As a first effort, the G Flex was also meant to be an indicator of where design trends eventually go with a lot of consumer products. Things start off squarish, and as manufacturing methods progress and technology advances, edges get softer, corners rounded, and shapes become smoother. Given the spin hairline design of the back cover, and ongoing curvature of the back, in addition to the G Flex 2's existing curved build, we can tell you that this aesthetic enhancement exudes an elegant quality. LG kept its trademark small bezels all around a very nice-looking 1080p display, and other than the corners at the edge of the screen, there is not a sharp edge anywhere to be found on the G Flex 2. The curved chassis, accentuated by the rounded backplate, and very small bezels, made this new LG feel very comfortable to hold in the hand. The compact nature of the G Flex 2 belies the 5.5-inch Full HD OLED display. The resolution is 1920 by 1080, and by all accounts on the pre-production units we got to examine, that displays look gorgeous. The panel is protected by a chemically treated screen of Gorilla Glass 3. What LG did was buy finished products from Corning, then performed its own chemical reaction with the panels at high temperature. On the G Flex 2, the healing time has been reduced to mere seconds, less than 10 seconds based on sampling we were shown. During this meeting, we were not afforded the opportunity to take a wire brush to the G Flex 2. Rather than try to come up with a catchy name for this big step in the healing process, LG opted to dub it Advanced Self-Healing. The user interface of the LG G Flex 2 carries the renewed experience that was introduced with the LG G3, including the Smart Keyboard and Smart Notice. Other features like being able to change the on-screen navigation keys are present too. The G Flex 2 will launch with Android 5.0, but its UI layer masks much of what may be familiar in a stock Android environment. Under the hood, the LG G Flex 2 is backing the goods. It will be one of the first smartphones to launch with the 64-bit octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 CPU, clocked at 2.0 GHz. More than enough power to manage things. There will be a 16 GB model which would have 2 GB of RAM, and a 32 GB storage model with 3 GB of RAM. The storage is expandable with microSD cards, accepting capacities up to 2 TB. LG received a lot of feedback about the camera on the first-generation G Flex. For the G Flex 2, the company opted to use essentially the same unit found on the G3, then improved on the platform, driving home the point that it felt the camera was superior to the G3's in every way. It is a 13-megapixel main camera with a dual LED flash, laser autofocus, and optical image stabilization plus, OIS plus. On the front, the selfie, video chat camera is a 2.1-megapixel unit. The camera interface closely mirrors that of the G3, which may frustrate those that like to access manual controls, but again, these were pre-production units. The LG G Flex 2 brings to prime time the overriding form factor that the G Flex broke ground on. The more compact size is a reflection of the company listening to feedback from users who felt the first-generation device was a bit too big. Not surprisingly, the upgrade in display resolution will certainly prove to be a welcome change. Likewise, pricing was not announced either. If the G Flex 2 follows a similar model to the US release of the first-generation device, it will land on at least 2 or 3 carriers, and it will likely carry a higher price tag, $300 on contract, and a retail price north of $600. As presented, the LG G Flex 2 holds all the goods to be a new flagship for the company if it so chose, screen resolution notwithstanding. We, like we suspect many of you, are simply left asking, when? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more reviews. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then.